All right, what's up? What's up? This is Coach D for another Ask Coach D session. All right, today what we're going to talk about is I'm actually interviewing my good colleague 𝐸. All right, and we're going to talk about being able to get some more clients, right? Get some more clients for your business, and then John is going to give us a couple tips. But first off, guys, as you guys jump on, put down in the comments, let us know where you're tuning in from. I'm tuning in from the Carolinas. Hey Don, where you tuning in from, man?
Hey, I'm tuning in from the west side of Chicago here.
Chi-town. All right, all right. Look, you living up in the hood over there, hey Don? I don't know. I ain't never been in Chi-town, but I heard it's kind of rough. But
nah. I that's where I grew up, but I moved a little bit west, by the suburbs. I'm still in Chicago though.
Okay, wait a minute. Can we even count that? If you're in the suburbs, can we even?
No, I'm in Chicago. I'm in Chicago proper.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you were in the suburbs. I'm like, I don't know.
No. Born and raised, lived in Chicago my whole life.
All right, I'm messing with you, man.
I know.
So look, so Don, all right, before we jump into the meat and potatoes, because I know these people want to get some tips on how they can get some more clients, right? But first, just let us know a little bit about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like why you even started, doing this whole business thing online. Like, what's the deal?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that I wanted time freedom, and that's the three things that I always tell people is, 1, you have to have a system. 2, you have to have a coach. And 3, you have to have automation. So, the system, both Coach D and I are in the same system, right? And then obviously Coach D, I highly recommend it, 5 stars, So, she's teaching me how to market online, how to get leads. And then the last thing is automation. She also taught me a little bit about automation. It's hard to do something if you're sitting on the computer all day. You need some sort of automation.
That's true, man. That's good you bring that up too, because a lot of times, man, when we first start, we be thinking that we have to do everything manually ourselves, right? We don't think of it as manual, but that's what it is. When we don't have nothing working for us, we the ones got to do everything. We got to get the leads. We got to follow up with the leads. We got to create the content. We got to distribute the content. We're trying to be all over the place. All this, and we don't even be helping ourselves out because we be beginners. I think, why do you think that happens though? I think that we fall into this bull crap that gurus try and tell us, right? And we don't know no better, that, just do one thing at a time, you'll get there. And then you hear them tell their stories, and it took them like 20 years to get there. It's like, yo, I don't know. That's my thought. I mean, what you think, man?
Well, before I give that answer, I just wanted to give a shout out to Leroy Barbershop here in Chicago. He gave me this fresh cut, so I just wanted to give that.
And it's looking sharp too. Look, I got it.
Hey, I'm getting ready for you, Coach D.
Look, tell Leroy he need to do house calls, man, because I need a cut, man. And Corona got situations going on. You know what I mean? You going to buy, you gotta. Usually, you ain't gotta make an appointment. You gotta make an appointment. Gotta wear a mask, you know what I'm saying? Everything. But yeah, shout out to Leroy the barbershop.
All right. So yeah, now I forgot the question. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I was saying you was talking about automation, and I said I think a lot of people don't really realize, even when they first start out, they don't realize how important it is, because we listen to the quote unquote gurus who are I don't know if they be trying to play mama and daddy or what, but it's like they kind of keep things from us, you know what I'm saying? And it has us doing all of these manual things, like every dang on thing is manual. And by the time if you get to doing it for like maybe 8 months to a year, a lot of people quit because they be burnt out. I mean, so what's your thought on that though? As far as like automation when people are starting out, I don't know, you may have a different view on it. I'm just giving my view. What's up?
I think that people think it's just push button, and that's the problem. They don't understand marketing. They don't understand how to create clients. So they think it's just a push button. I'm gonna do this one thing, and I'm magically gonna have all these clients. And what they don't see is that you're building a system and you're doing it automated. So let's say that you're talking to 100 people, or you're contacting 100 people, and maybe you have a conversation with 5 people a day, something like that. And they don't know the numbers. So out of those 5, they're going to get maybe, one person that's going to sign on a week or 2 or 3, depending on how good you are. And what I keep telling people is you got to increase your knowledge, and you have to increase your skill, and you have to increase the number of people you're reaching. So like, for instance, you got your YouTube channel. I mean, you have, about 3,000 people watching. So you have a way, avenue of talking to these people. It's not always one-on-one, right? It's one on 3,000. So how are you going to compete with Coach Dee when you're just doing one-on-one? Maybe you talk to 5 people. She's talking to 3,000 people right now at this moment. Plus whoever watches it after,
Absolutely.
So,
and it brings us to a question. We got a question down there for you, bro. My man Dylan said, well, how do you automate without a good base? That's where I'm at. That's what Dylan said. He said, well, how do you automate? Like, can you like drop them a tip or whatnot? Like, Dylan, I guess you're like in kind of like the beginning stages. Is that where you at, Dylan? You trying to figure out how to automate? Because he said without a good base. So that's kind of like, I don't know. I'm kind of taking that as like kind of 2 questions, but this your thing. Go ahead and tell us how you would answer that. Adon, what's up? What's going on? Yolanda had to give Yolanda a shout out right quick. My bad. Go ahead, Adon.
All right, no problem, man. First thing is you got to know how to target your audience. I think that's the biggest thing, because I could make a sale without having any followers, but I have to know who I'm contacting. So who am I gonna contact? I'm gonna contact people just like you and me. They're getting started, that need to find out how to get leads using just their Facebook profile, right? So that's what I teach people. Now, the other thing is, do you have a system? Now, Coach Dee has a system. She goes live, twice a week. She has 3 videos coming out. She has her email list. She has all these different things, her YouTube channel, a podcast. She has all these different avenues to reach her audience, and I think that's the thing. You have to target, you have to know who your audience is, and then have a system. You have to not be worried about the results. I kind of think about it like a conveyor belt. Like, let's say you worked at a factory, and there's 2 different companies. You got one that is just thinking about how the numbers, hey, we got to make 1,000 widgets, right? And then you got this other company that's actually like, I don't know if we could do 1,000 widgets, but let's just get this going. So they get it started, they start tweaking it. And who you think is going to have more success? You're going to have the person that takes action is going to have more success, because they're not just thinking about it, they're doing it. And I think that's the biggest difference. Now, everybody's saying, I need money to make money. Hey, there's comes a point in time where you have to up your game, and you have to pay a little bit. Like like Coach Dee, is a perfect example. I needed that coach to let me know what's going on, what works today, because a lot of these gurus, what they do is they tell you what worked 2-3 years ago is not working today, right? So you have to be up to the moment. You have to be updated every week, every day. Hey, what's working right now? And that's why Coach Dee is great, because she has a community of people that are telling you, hey, this is working right now. This is working. Hey, this is not working no more. Like a lot of people are getting out of Facebook, but I'm still working Facebook. Why? Because it's still working for me.
Absolutely.
And plus I have a reputation already. I've been in business for almost 18 years. So people know who I am. If you're just getting started and you have no reputation and you have no business knowledge, then, you have to, ride on the coattail of somebody that's already did it. Why are you going to start from scratch? Important.
That's a good statement too. So when Dylan, like, well, how you get automation and, without a good base, well, one of the ways you get a good base is you follow, like you said, follow in the footsteps of somebody that's already doing something to whatever degree that you want it. They don't have to be at the level that you ultimately want. Like, maybe you want to make, $2 million a month, for example. They don't have to already be making $2 million a month, but maybe you're here and they're doing something that you want to achieve. Ride that, right? Lock arms with them. You know what I'm saying? Hook up with them, join them in however it needs to be done. Get with them, right? It's stepping stones to this, right? But if you are thinking that everything is just a onesie twosie, that's the manual. Think everything is onesie twosie. That's kind of how, these, and I use this right here when I say gurus, right? Because that's what they label themselves. And some of them, like, they need to stop it, but whatever, right? But that's how they'll have us thinking when we first start, because it's kind of like they're trying to spoon feed you, right? And some people, a lot of people do get online, in that baby mode, like they done forgot that they was adults before they even started, right? But it's gonna come a time where you like, well, look, man, this onesie twosie is having me really tired. You know, I'm having to try and be here, there, this, and then they be like, oh, well, just do one thing, one platform or whatever, for example, right? And you're like, okay, and then you're like, well, man, I'm not growing as fast. Well, because now you got to fight with that one platform like Facebook. It is what it is, right? Facebook want to limit who sees us and stuff like that. Okay, it is what it is. It happens to all of us, right? So one of the ways that 𝐸 and myself we get around that, right, even without having thousands of followers, right, is that we learn to automate, right? Where right now, like for example, like I talk, you know, we walk this, right? You know, 𝐸 is also doing automation on LinkedIn, even though he's on Facebook. But the automation allows him to be able to do that while keeping up his other businesses, because he has more than one, right? The same for me. Right now, you see me on Facebook, you see me on YouTube, and you'll check it. You're going to hear this on my podcast, right? And it doesn't take me hours and hours to do it, but it's when you, for one, accept the fact of what 𝐸 is saying about, you know, some automation. You accept that fact and stop it accepting, you know, what the gurus are trying to tell you type situation, right? Keeping your butt, but then they turn around and tell you they've been you know, doing this for 30 years or whatever, and it took them 6 years to hit it. Well, yo, I don't mean no harm. Like if it took you 6 years, bro, like unless you done, you know, or unless you done learn some mad shortcuts real quick, I ain't losing for 6 years. Nah, I'm not about that life, right? So when 𝐸 has learned some automation and I have learned some automation, so yeah, we have a community where we bring it, you know, and 𝐸 is going to introduce you to one of his, how you can get involved in one of his communities, you know, but we bring that. That's some of the tips that we bring. Like, look, it don't take 7 years, 10 years, whatever. It don't take that. No, you don't have to do things for, you know, 11 hours a day, blah, 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 right? You know what I'm saying? And yes, automation is going to help you to whatever degree, you know, whether it's fully automation or semi-automation. I don't care, man. Even if you're just starting, you need something to help you so that you can continue to live your life. You might still have a job, you know, so you continue to do that, so you can continue to get some clients, but you need some of that in your life. Like if you ain't got no automation, I don't even know how people with no automation even do it. Like, I don't know. That's too slow for me. I don't know. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. What's going on, Mr. Rodney? What's up? What's up? Said boom, boom. All right, but yeah, I mean, like I said, that was a good point you brought up. Excuse me. So go ahead. You know, let us know. Like give us a tip that you've used. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to getting more clients, you know, for your business. Because I mean, like y'all might not know. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell y'all. Y'all might not know. Like 𝐸, I met 𝐸. Like how long has it been now? What, maybe 2 months, 3 months, something
2
like
months, probably sometime in mid-December.
And like 𝐸 already getting like 𝐸 be like, he'll be hitting me up in the chat. Yo, coach, just signed up another client. Your coach got another interview with a client. Your coach got another meeting with a potential client. I'm like, dang, bro. I mean, because you know what I'm saying, like we'll get online, you know what I'm saying? We'll get online when we first start, and then people be crying for like, I cried for like 7 months, not physically cried, but you know, it took me 7 months to make $500. You know what I'm saying? So 𝐸 get on in like 2 months, everything. I'm like, damn, boy, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? You're like, no, I'm taking action, coach. I'm taking action, coach. I'm doing this, coach. I'm doing that, coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, I see you, bro. I see you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, so 𝐸 has been blowing up. Like, it's like that silent blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't even be seeing you. You know, I just get the message like, yo, coach, I just did that. Sign another one up, coach. I'm like, bro, what you even sell? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
Yeah, I think one of the things, like one of my mentors used to tell me is like, you got to be a gym rat. You know, you don't leave the gym once. Like right now, I'm on a call with Coach Dee, but whatever I learn, I'm gonna go do it right away. Like she had her video last week, and right after that, or her training, she had the training on Monday night. Right after the Monday night training, I did a live right away because I had some thoughts, and I did it right away. You got to be a gym rat. And one of the things that I did, that before even this, I did a beta of my 5-day challenge. So I worked out the kinks. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? What if the video doesn't work? You know, things like that, you know. to make sure that it's running correctly. And then now that's what I'm promoting today is, you know, I'm doing a 5-day challenge starting on Monday, you know, how to get your first leads on Facebook, you know, but it's not just limited to Facebook, but it's just use the concepts, you know, because like Coach Dee said, I'm also using it on LinkedIn. Now I just got a message that LinkedIn is going to limit how many people you can connect with, 100 a week. So now it's like, okay, so now what do I do? You know, and you know, you gotta roll with the punches. So I'm like, hey, I don't have to necessarily connect with them. I could just view their profile, and then whoever hits me right back, that's a lead. You know, it doesn't always have to be the way, like same thing with Facebook. You don't have to necessarily connect with them and then Facebook put you in Facebook jail. What you could do is you could just follow them. Hey, if you follow somebody, you think they're gonna follow you back? Same thing goes with Instagram. Same thing goes with Twitter. Same thing goes with YouTube. You know,
TikTok too. TikTok. I'm learning that. Yeah.
Hey, put that one in, right? And then the other thing that I got a quick tip from somebody was, hey, what they have on top of their Facebook stories, right?
Yeah.
I'm about to go live. What do? I heart. What happens when you put a heart on somebody? They get a message. They get a message saying, hey,
I didn't even think about that.
Boom. You do that for 5 minutes before you go live. You don't think the algorithm's working for you? Put a little bit of grease on it. Think about it. So we all got that. And the reason why I thought about that is because I was listening to other people. It's not just Coach Dee. I got other mentors, you know, and other people that I follow. You know, I brought up a book to Coach Dee like a couple of weeks ago, and I've been using that, you know. So don't just because just your coach, don't put the blinders on. There's other ideas, other things that are working right now, but you just got to make sure that you have enough time to run it. And I think the biggest thing is that most people, what they do is they run it for a little bit and then they stop. They run it for a little bit and stop. They never get that momentum.
Not consistent. You're right. If they don't see the results, because I didn't say they don't give results, but if they don't see the results right away, they think it's not working. You know, it's like people are in the mindset where they want instant gratification, right? They want to see it though with their senses. They don't let the universe work for them, right? You know, so a lot of times people, you know, like you have that meme, right, that goes around with a person shoveling, and on the other end is the gold, and he stopped right before he hits the gold, right? You know, so a lot of people do that. You know, if they stop right before because they ain't seen them. Ain't nothing working, man. I ain't get no results. I sent out two emails or 10 emails. I ain't get no results. I posted in 5 groups and I ain't get not nan comment. And I want y'all to like pay attention to something, right? Because the stuff that we talk about, you know, we do this, right? I want y'all to pay attention to something. Now, I was doing the Facebook algorithm jammy, you know, about maybe a month and a half ago or a month ago or something like that. You know what I mean? I know how to do it. I was doing it, boom, working, right? But I want y'all to notice something. All right. I stopped doing the algorithm jammy the way I was doing it because I need to focus on broadening myself for wealth, right? You know, versus the metrics as far as, you know, the likes and stuff. I need that genuine stuff. But my point is, I want y'all to pay attention to how many, you know, comments, likes, whatever, blah, 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 right, that I be getting on my videos, right? All right, check on the last video I did. The one that I did, I taught you guys that Facebook group hack, right? It was like, I don't know, like 100-something views or whatever. Now, there's people get tons more. It was like maybe, I don't know, 50 comments or something, right? People get tons more, right? Yo, I got to sell off of that. Like, I don't play, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, you keep going. You keep going. You don't stop, right? And you gotta understand that things will work in your favor if you keep going, right? It don't matter if you didn't get no leads today. People gonna see you. One of the people who joined me off of that video that wasn't viral or anything, she had seen me. She saw me previously. People keep on seeing you, right? They seeing you showing up, right? They see me coming here. They see it down coming here, right? Mm-hmm. Or whatever platform you on, they keep seeing you. They're like, you know what? Hey, Don about his business. You know what? Coach Dee about her business. You know, let me see what I need to do to be in their circle, right? And then boom, that's how it happens. So all this stopping because you talk about, I need to make money right now. I'm not making any sales. Yo, Like when people come like that, like I'm like, yo, well, you need to go listen to Bob Proctor and come back when you have a better attitude about the situation, and then we could work. We can get
Yeah,
the work.
I mean, I'm on a lot of groups, and that's the main complaint that I see is like, oh, I got all these leads. The leads are weak. They no good, you know. And I told him straight out, like, look, I just talked to a expert. This is what he told me. He's like, you got to do 20 touches before they become a customer. So what does touch mean? It means an email, a text, a video, you know, whatever, a message. You know, before they're comfortable with you. You don't think people are looking at my stuff? I just got a message today saying, hey, you look familiar. Hey, can I add you on my Facebook, you know, as a friend? You know, I don't know who he is, but he was suggested.
He know you.
Right. He emailed me, you know. Same thing with LinkedIn. He's like, yeah, I don't know. LinkedIn suggested that I connect with you. I don't know how LinkedIn works, the algorithm, but all I know is I'm putting out content and people are starting to respond to it. So no, I'm not going to give up right now. You know, it's like, man, people are like, hey, I got to make money today. All right. Well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You know, I know a great man that owns an engineering business, and, you know, now he's, you know, doing projects with a country in Africa. You know, this is big time. But you know what? I sat down with them and I asked them for advice. You know, also ask for advice. And this is what he told me. He's like, when I first got started, I got to deliver pizzas. That's how I pay my bills. You know, I didn't have any projects. I wasn't making any money. I was doing small projects, but, you know, I kept going. And then now he don't got to worry about money. He has over 50 companies. He's doing big things in construction. And, you know, like that motivates me, because I'm like, hey, man, if he could do it, I could do it. That's the thing people forget. All these people started somewhere.
Yep.
You know?
Absolutely.
So, you know, just because it's a mustard seed don't mean you're not going to grow to a big plant, but you got to water, you got to nurture it, you know? You got to be like a farmer, you know, like that's, you know, well, farmer don't see the food the next day, you know, they got to work. They got to put the work in. Are you putting the work in?
Exactly.
You know, if you ain't harvesting, that means you ain't putting in the work yet.
That's the straight up truth right there. People don't want to hear the truth, but that's the truth. If you ain't seeing it and you haven't been being consistent and putting it in, you know what I'm saying? Even when you thinking that, well, man, you know, like people, like if they do get a lead, right? You know, like let's say somebody come in their inbox or whatever, right? You know, then they're like, well, what do I say to them? Bro, like you just told them to come to you, and you talking about what to say to them, like they're a human being, right? Like we forget all that. And I done did it too. So I'm not talking like at people, I'm talking with y'all. Like we've done it too. You know, it's like, come on, y'all, come on. We got to take it back. I had to take it back to the fact that I was a human being before I started online, right? I had to take it back to that I was a customer before I was, you know, looking for leads or prospects online. I was in a customer standpoint. So it's like, well, how would I want to be talked to? You know what I mean? How would I want to be approached? You know, and then you just go ahead and do that. Do you be nervous? Yes. Like to this day, I still get butterflies before I go live. People are like, but then you look so natural. It's called practice, baby. It's called practice, right? And it's not difficult when you're genuine, okay, about what you're talking about. All right. That doesn't mean I don't be nervous, but once I get going, I'm going because I'm genuine about what I'm talking about. Right? I ain't coming trying to remember no lies. Right? You know what I mean? If I had to remember lies, you ought to be bad situation. I literally have to be up here. Hold on, guys. Hello. My name is Coach Frank. Oh, I mean, my name is Coach Dee. Right? You know what I mean? Like, you know, but when you know, coming at people genuine, right? And you practice it, right? Then it just flows and you just keep going. Like, I don't care. Going. Like, I don't know. What am I going to do today? Well, did you make your DMO? Yeah, but it still ain't working. I don't care. Do something else. Keep going. You know, it's just like that. Somebody said something. Dylan said he appreciated value. He used zero automation. He would get some going. Now, Dylan, check this out, man. This for Dylan. All y'all can use it, but this for Dylan. All right, I'm going to give you a straightforward one right here. Dylan, you listening, man? Hope you're listening. I'm going to give you a straightforward one that you can do. All right. I know the marketing training platform that you're using. Great. Hopefully you're using it to catch leads, right? To you know, capture your leads. Awesome. All right. How can you enhance the automation? Use your own autoresponder. Okay. Then when those leads drop into your autoresponder, right? This is what you do. Listen, Dylan. Listen. You take this weekend or whatever is your slow day for you, Dylan. Okay, for you. You set some time aside, that day aside, whatever day it is out of the month. Okay, listen, Dylan. You have been posting on Facebook, right? Yes, you have, because I've seen some of your posts and your lives. Okay? This is what you do, Dylan. You sit down at your autoresponder, right? I use GetResponse, right? You set out what they call on GetResponse it's called broadcast. On Aweber it's called, I don't know, whatever it's called, newsletters, broadcast, right? Meaning emails that you can schedule ahead of time. Listen, Dylan, what you do is you take the post that you've done for the last month or 2 months, whatever the case may be. I don't know how often you post, right? And all you do is you copy that post, you put it on a newsletter or broadcast, depending on the autoresponder you're using. It's just different terms, same thing, right? You copy it over there, right? And you schedule it. Schedule one out per week. Schedule one out per week. So if you done did post like 30 days, you got 30 weeks worth of them, right? And it's not going to take you all day to do that. I don't care if it did. Schedule that out. Because what does that do, Dylan? I'm going to explain what that does. That keeps your face, your name, right, in front of the people who keep on opting in to those lead magnets that you're using for your marketing system. Number one, when Adam was talking about those 8 touches, yo, you about to touch them 30 times. Bing, bing, right? Just off of that. Okay? Listen to me, right? What does that also do, Dylan? Because I want to make sure you understand this. What does that also do? That means when you're out, tending to your family, your sister. I saw your post about your little sister. I swear y'all look like twins too. But your sister, you're tending to your family, right? That means if you are busy with life, right? Then you don't have to worry about, well, man, I haven't reached out to my email list in like 2 weeks. Yeah, you did, because you set it up in one day, bro. You set that up, bro, right? You did that. Because while you thinking that everybody on your email list already saw your post, Facebook said, no, they didn't, because that's how Facebook do it. It is what it is. They be doing us like that. It's cool, right? That's what you're doing at the end of your email. Listen, Dylan, at the end of your email, you put a call to action for something. I don't care what you're promoting, right? Put a call to action for something to tell the people at the end of that email to do something. Something. Okay? If you want them to go buy that thingamabobby, if you want to give them some more value, whatever it is, give a call to action at the end of that for something. That literally is automation. That literally is going to help you while you're doing your other stuff. That's one thing that will be working on your behalf. And it only took you that one day. It won't take you the whole day. But my point is, you only took one day to set that up for 30, for 30 weeks. Because I said one a week. For 30 weeks, bro. Like, for real. But this is the stuff that we were not taught, most of us anyway. At least I'll put it this way. None of the gurus that I followed taught me that. I'll just put it that way. And I'm not saying it's their fault. My point is that a lot of us aren't taught these things that can be done in a day or a weekend that can actually help us amplify. So what happens is while you're still, hustling, bustling, running your business, Dylan, you got something helping you out in the email. So if it takes 3 months, right, or 4 months for someone to, finally get one of them emails and decide to hop on to whatever your offer is, that's something you didn't have to work every single day at, Dylan. You feel me? Like, I'm dead serious. When I started doing, like, just what I just taught you, literally, I send mine out 3 times a week, right? When I started doing just what I just said, Dylan, and Adon can attest to this. Adon, I said in the chat today, Adon, I was like, yo, something I'm doing working. I said, yo, y'all, this is what I've been doing. I said, man, and I'm getting more signups on autopilot. And I don't never be up there bragging about the autopilot signups because I don't be getting autopilot signups. Most of the people I talk to, in Messenger. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, something working. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm not telling y'all like, oh, yeah, man, I've been doing this for 2 years. No. I figured it out like, I don't know, 5 months ago or something like that. Right? So I'm telling you, something that you could do that would take you one day, that will last out 30 weeks, right? Because it's 30 posts, right? That can help you move forward. And it's things like that that you'll learn from 𝐸 when you link up with him, right? That you'll learn to better your life, okay? And amplify your results. So while you out there sweating and popping them sweats, you know what I'm saying? Because you're doing your lives, you're doing this, doing that, right? Don't let nobody tell you that, oh, you're a beginner. You don't worry about automation, because what they talking about is like Facebook paid ads or something like that, right? That's what they talk about. That's what they try to tell you over there, right? But what I'm telling you is stuff that we should have been doing from day one, but we didn't know. So now you know because you here. Now you know because you here. Do that, Dylan. Do that. All right. Let's see what we got here. Dylan say he stopped and he start. All right. Well, go listen to Bob Proctor on that, baby. Bob Proctor on YouTube. That's what I do for my mindset. Like, yeah. I literally was listening to him today. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I want to give a tip too. One thing that I learned is how to model myself, how I do things, because I saw a Facebook ad and all the dude said was, hey, you know how I had success? I found a millionaire and I just followed what he did and I was a millionaire. I'm like, it's that simple, but are you really doing that? Are you breaking it down? Look, this is what I do. I joined Coach Dee. She don't know this, but I'm gonna tell her right now.
Hold on. What you talking about, bro? What secret is this that you didn't tell me?
All right.
If you outside my window, let me go get my shotgun. Nah, I ain't nah. Go ahead, Ida. I'm messing with you.
All right. So check it out. I click on every single link she ever sends out. If it's an email, if it's a video, I'm like, where is this going? And I'm like, oh, this is simple. I can do this. Same thing with other people that I follow. I follow a big, ClickFunnels guy, and I like, hey, what is he doing? What email he sent out? What is he talking about? Oh, I could do this. I could summarize this. I could put it in my own words, and I send it out to my group. Why are you reinventing the wheel? All you got to do is what moved you? What made you take action?
Yep.
And that's what you want to do. And that's where my whole 5-day challenge comes from, because I'm like, okay, what did I do? Somebody saying, hey, this is the new thing. This is what we've been doing. This is what's been working, because of coronavirus. We can't have these big events, but hey, we've been doing these challenges, the 30-day challenge, 5-day challenge. It's been working. Yep. So what I did one. Now it was a beta test because I didn't know what I was doing. I did a beta test with people that are in my group, with my VIP group, So I'm like, hey, join this. Tell me what you think, and, they gave me comments and I tweaked it a little bit. Now I'm running another one starting on Monday. So, that's why I'm on with.
That's the link that's in the description, y'all. It's a free 5-day challenge where they done. I put that link in the description. If you're on Facebook, it's in the description. If you're on YouTube, it's in the comments. Go ahead.
All right.
Let me put it up here too. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, like why did I do it? Because we're all starts in the same place, and we have to take action, but we don't know what actions to take. So let's talk about Facebook. This is what I see people just spamming. I got a spam. I literally got a message from somebody that said, hey, I just moved in the area. I'm from, I forgot where they said they're from, Hawaii or whatever. And then they send me there's like, hey, there's something that I know you're gonna be interested in. I'm like, how do you know? You never even talked to me. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know where I'm from. You don't know anything about me. Yet you know that I'm interested in what you're offering. And I was kind of direct with them. I'm sorry, I was a little bit direct, and I was like, hey, you're probably a good person. That's why I didn't just block you, but you need to come with a different approach. And then she's like, yeah, you're right. And it's like, okay, so what is your offer? And she didn't tell her offer. I literally said, tell me your offer, or else I'm gonna delete you right now. I'm gonna block you right now. Tell me your offer. And she didn't. She's like, yeah, you're right. And then never told me the offer.
That's you know what? When we first started out, man, I ain't even gonna lie, man, we be having problems making offers. I literally had someone message me, and they're a colleague of mine, good person or whatever, and they said they're struggling with that. They said, I'm still struggling with, they said people want to pay me for my service, but I'm struggling accepting money. All I can say is do what I do. I'm giving you advice that I do. Listen to Bob Proctor. Like, I'm dead serious. It's free. That's like some mindset stuff. Like, she wouldn't even give you the offer. And like, you came in my inbox to spam me. So what, so now let's talk about it. You don't even want to talk to me. Let's shout out Yolanda. Yolanda said that she made a $2,500 sale today, and the lady was following her for 5 months. So when Adon is telling you guys, you know what I'm saying, about being consistent and just keep moving, even when you don't visually see the results happening, right? Are you consistent moving forward, right? And then the lady's like, you know what? 5 months later, you know what? I've been watching you, Yolanda. I like what you're saying. I want to be a part of Magnetic Marketers. That's Yolanda's Facebook group, Magnetic Marketers. I want to be a part of that. I see you helping people. Can I get your coaching? Or, whatever it costs for $2,500. Can I get that? Boom, boom, boom. It's just like that. Thank you, Yolanda, and congratulations, girl.
Yeah, congratulations. Hey, I just want to say a little bit about how I found Coach Dee. I'm a part of a group. I'm not going to mention the group, but I started seeing she was dropping value every day. Every day she's dropping a little bit of bombs. I'm like, man, this lady she's on fire, man. What's up with her? So I checked her out on Wednesday. I caught her on the live. I had that in my mind. I'm like, man, there's something about her that that I really liked. I like her. She's down to earth. She's a very humble person, and I like that, and then one day I'm just like, you know what? I gotta take action. Let's do this, And I contacted her, and like, I know there's a lot of people that are like, man, you know what? I don't got no money to do this. Hey, let me tell you exactly what I did. I'm like, hey, Coach, I got a check coming, but hey, let me take this trial here, $10 trial.
Yep.
And by the time my check come in, I'll be able to, pay for this, and it worked out exactly like I said. I'm like, hey, let's wait. I don't got it right now, but let's do this. But you got to be honest with yourself.
Yep.
And the thing is that I saw all this value. I saw her videos. I saw, like I said, I checked her out. People are checking what you're doing out. Now, if your link's broken or your emails ain't going through, then you got to fix that. We talked about that in our group, in Coach Dee's group, private group. Is sometimes you're not checking what you're doing, and nobody's reaching it, so that's why you're not getting the clients, right? So we have to look at our process. We got to look at our systems. Now this 5-day challenge. The thing that I learned is that what are people doing? First, they're spamming. Second thing is that they're hitting you upside the head with their offer. They don't even know nothing about you. Look at this is what I learned, and this is what Coach Dee teaches. Even if she says it literally or just from her method, is that you got to find out what the problem is. How are you going to solve a solution? You don't even know what the problem is. Right?
I just signed that to y'all for homework, as a matter of fact, on Monday.
Right. So that's where I'm getting it from.
Yeah.
Even before that, before she gave us as a homework, it is like you're talking to people. There's two ways of doing this thing. I have this product. I'm going to sell this product. That's A. B is, hey, let me talk to this person. Let me find out a little bit about them. Let me ask them what they're, what they're struggling with right now, what their issue is right now. And let me see if I have a solution for it. Absolutely. Now, you could make money doing it the other way, but then you look disingenuous. You're like, hey, you're pushing. Like, what are all these groups saying? You're trying to attraction marketing. That's what they talk about. You're attracting people to you. But when you're pushing product, you're pushing them away. Yep. Hey, I'm in financial services. One of the things that they talk about, well, I joined this company and I haven't made no sales in 8 months or whatever, and I'm like, what? You like, do you have a system? Do you have a coach? Do you have automation? What's going on? They're thinking that somebody else is going to do the work for them. No, you got to do the work.
You got to do
and that's
the work.
one of the things. Like sometimes I'm scared to tell people what I do, how much work I put into it, because I'm just afraid that they're going to be like, oh, no, that's too much work. But you know what? That's weeding the people out. You don't want them people. You don't want the people that want free stuff. Hey, I'm gonna give free stuff. I'm gonna give you, a PDF, 5 things you could do right now on Facebook. You go into that challenge, you get it right away. You don't even have to go, but you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that first before you even go on the 5-day challenge. Why? Because I believe that you should give value first.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give you value. I'm gonna give you value on the challenge. I'm gonna, pour my heart out. But that don't mean anything if you don't take action. It's just that simple. People want things to just happen. It's like, hey, I've been in this company for 8 months. I haven't made a sale. Well, what are you doing? Oh, my upline took all my sales. Now I ain't got nowhere to go. No, it ain't them. It ain't them. It's you. We're talking about the multi-level marketing people, and they got a black eye. They got a black eye. They have a bad reputation. Why? Because they're doing it the option A. They got a system and they're pushing it on you. Option B, hey, I want to get to know you. I want to get to know where you're at right now. What have you tried? That's one of the questions Coach Dee asked me when I first talked to her. Hey, what have you tried? What hasn't worked yet? Hey, I'm doing this, but I'm not really getting results. And then you know what? She gave me some information of what I could do. She gave me an action.
Yep.
So even before I joined her, I took that action. And I'm like, man, this works. So there's a lot of people that's like, oh, they ain't working. Okay, how long have you been doing it?
Right.
Facebook.
I put out 3 posts and I get no results.
So here's what happened with that young lady that said she hadn't got sales in 8 months. She literally put 1 post a month. Some of them were random posts that had nothing to do with financial services. One of them was a direct sale, trying to sell directly. Ain't nobody trying to buy life insurance.
No, right?
It was a direct, like, hey, hit me up if you want life insurance. Nobody wants life insurance. Believe me, nobody wants life insurance.
Like, they don't want to think about it. They might need it, but you got to bring it a different way. Because
right. So
on Facebook saying, if you want life insurance, hit me up. I don't get on Facebook looking for life insurance. You better hit a pain point.
No. And the other thing is, if they are looking for that, that means that they can't qualify. So there's a trick for you financial services people. So what do I have to do? What's my audience? So let's look at it in that aspect. Who's my audience? Like, let's say I'm doing financial services. Who's my audience? My audience is married, kids, homeowners, has a job, has been in the community, So those are the people I'm looking for, right? So why am I on Facebook talking about life insurance? Ain't nobody care about that. What they care about their family. They want to know the result. What's the result? Right. What's the why? What's the why of the why of the why? Get down to why people do things.
Set of benefits. Hit them deep.
Right. So, so people was like, well, I don't care about retirement. Hey, all the people at retirement, they care about how much money they have, what the quality of life is. They that's what they wish that somebody would have talked to them 20 years ago. Same thing with marketing. I would have been a perfect, believe me, in 2008, if you would have hit me up, I would have jumped on your opportunity. Big time. I would have been like, oh, I need this. I was searching. I didn't know what I don't know. I was searching so hard for something like this. I was searching for how could I get leads online, and I kind of gave up, but I wish I didn't, because the people that started in 2008, guess what? They're millionaires right now.
Yep. They kept going. The ones who kept going. Yep.
And then not even that. I know guys that started their YouTube channel 2-3 years ago. They're blowing up right now.
Yep. Absolutely.
So don't tell me it's gonna take forever. And one of the things I wanted to do is say there's only two things. Well, there's two things you control: your mindset and your activity. That's one of my coaches said. He said you could only control those two things. You can't control the results. How do you get more results? Two things. You have to talk to more people. You could do this through automation, right? You could talk to 1,000 people a day if you wanted to. You got to automate it. And the second thing is you have to increase your skill. You can't come up here and have no reputation whatsoever, and then you're thinking that people are going to buy off of you. They're not going to give you your credit card.
Right.
They're not going to give you their credit card number if they don't even know who you are. You have no social proof.
Absolutely.
What was the last post you did? You did a post about a kitten or a dog. That's the last thing. You don't even have a picture on your Facebook, and you're expecting people to take you serious.
Right. Absolutely, man. And these are stuff. This is the things that you guys are going to be touching on in the challenge. Like I said, it's on the description. If you watch this on Facebook, it's on the description. If you watch it on YouTube, it's down in the comments. And obviously, if you see on the screen, then it's right on the screen too. This is some of the stuff that you guys are going to be learning from Don in his free 5-day challenge, okay? To help you guys learn to get your first clients online, okay? So if you are struggling to get clients, maybe not getting as many as you want, it's for you. If you haven't gotten your first client, it's for you too. If you get 50 clients a month and you're like, you know what? I want to learn some new tips. Maybe there's some things that I can even enhance. It's for you too. Okay. So it is for you. Right. Period. You know what I mean? It's for everybody.
So one of the things that I've been learning, and I've been learning a lot from Coach Dee, is storytelling. Everybody like, oh, I heard that story before. Yeah, but they ain't heard it from your voice. They haven't heard it from your vantage point, from your point of view. They haven't heard it how you say it. Yeah. So, like you talk about ClickFunnels, that guy is a storyteller. You talk about some other gurus, they're storytellers. Why? Because stories move you, right? Yep. The written word moves you. You ever read a book and you're suspenseful and you're like, oh man, I wonder what happens next.
Yeah, what's going to happen next? I got to read it.
Are people reading your emails that way? Are they reading your emails? Are they reading your posts that way? Or are they just like, not this guy again. I don't want to hear this guy. I'm a little bit serious. I'm a little bit, but I'm a fun guy. I mean, you get to know me. I crack jokes here and there, with Coach Dee, waking her up in the morning because I'm like up at 4 a.m. So, sometimes, I send out messages. I'm like, oh man, I shouldn't have sent that out, So, you have to get involved with the people. You have to tell them who you are. Why are people, how can you build credibility quickly? You have to talk to a lot of people or you have to build your credibility quickly. We're not talking about years here. We're talking about use the technology that's available.
Yes.
And I think that's the biggest thing. Like what Coach Dee was saying is people are stuck in a rut trying to do things that worked 20 years ago. Absolutely. That don't work no more. Absolutely. You got to do what's working now.
Absolutely.
So that's where this challenge comes from. I did the beta test and I did one post about losing weight. I'm not even in the health and wellness genre. And I made a sale. How's that work? I'm not even in that industry. And I made a sale. Why? Because I made it personal. I made it what I'm going through. I'm 40 years old. I got a kid. I'm worried about, what's 10 years from now. He got to go to high school. Got to go to college, things like that. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about, am I going to be around? So that's where the whole why benefit, I went all the way down and this is what I came up with. And then from there, you write the story. Okay. Absolutely. You want to put emojis. You want to make it personal. See, here's the thing why is not working for you right now. Because you're copying and pasting. You got a quote from.
You don't hit him with that. You don't hit them with the copy and paste. You know people love to, you know what I mean, go get a quote from Google. You know what I mean?
You know, you're getting a quote from William Shakespeare. You know, that's old, bro. That's
they
older.
love to do that. Like, oh yeah, we're beginners. We just, just give us something that's easy. All right. Right? The easy is you keep on pulling out your credit card to buy more stuff that's telling you that there's some easy button to where you go get some quotes off of Google and put them up, and somehow all these people gonna want to join you amidst all the other millions of people who just go into Google and get quotes and you post it up. Like, I'm gonna need everybody to pay attention. I'm gonna need everybody to pay attention, right? Please don't do that, right? Learn from our mistakes, because we fell into the same trap at first to learn. Don't do that. But look, hey Don, we gotta wrap this up.
And then the other thing.
I want you to give like people a final word. Let them know, like, why should they be up in your free challenge, right? Why should they be in your free challenge? Give us that final word. Why should they be up in your free challenge?
All right, 3 reasons. System. I'm gonna teach you a system on how to get leads using just your Facebook profile. Second thing, coach. Now, Coach Dee is my coach, and like I said, she's a 5-star coach. I highly recommend her. And but anybody in our team will be a great coach, So we're a big network, but if you want the top dog, she's a very modest person. She's right now basically the top of our company right now, and I'm glad that I picked her as a coach. That's number 2. Number 3 is automation. I'm gonna teach you how to use a tool to automate your Facebook. How am I getting the leads? Because everybody's teaching the same thing on the free sites. Everybody's teaching the same thing, but they don't give you that secret sauce, right? They ain't spill the tea, right? They're gonna hold something.
I ain't got my teacup there. I just got my big red cup. I know I be loving spilling the tea. So that means Don loves spilling the tea. Why? Because we rock like that. That's how we do, baby.
Yeah. I mean, I look at some people even in groups. They're like, man, I really like what you're putting out there. You must be killing it. And I'm like, I only been doing this for 2 months. Why? Because I position myself. And I have the authority now because I'm putting the post. I'm being real. I'm connecting with people. I'm not copying and paste. If there's a quote I like, I'm going to put in my own words and put my name on it. I came up with that. If this is not school, you're not going to get an F. Believe me. But, be careful with plagiarism. But, you can summarize. I picked the top 3 people in, let's just pick something, MLM. I Eric Warrior, whoever is the biggest right now. And I'm like, hey, I could look at what's the top ideas he's talking about right now. And I could put it in my own words and then come out from my mouth. Why am I going to give him the credit? People go to him. And that's the other thing. That's the last thing I'm going to say. Don't be putting your company anywhere on your Facebook. Why? What's going to happen? They're going to go straight to the company and bypass you. They probably made a sale. The company made a sale.
Or they go to YouTube. They YouTube the company name, right? They saw the company name on your Facebook, and they YouTube the company name, and then they see Coach Dee's video. Oh, then they come join me. Thank you guys. All of you guys putting the company name on your Facebook. I love you. I'm just playing, but no, that really happened. Look, it really do happen.
So that's my final thing. Don't you have to basically market yourself. You have to you're your brand. I'm not marketing my company. Like, I didn't even mention any company I'm working with, right? I'm marketing Don Castillo, Success with Don. I'm marketing Coach Dee as my mentor. That's what I'm marketing. Why? Because people do business with people. They don't do business with a brick wall. They don't do business with a huge, following. They don't do, no, they, at the end of the day, is one-on-one. Do I trust this person?
Absolutely. And I'm telling y'all, all right, I endorse the man, okay? I'm just saying, I'm working side by side with him, and he doing some great things. So you guys need to go get up in the challenge. Y'all got the link on the screen. Y'all got it down in the description. Y'all got it down in the comments. If you on YouTube, click it. Join the free challenge. No matter if you're a beginner, no matter if you've already experienced, join the free challenge with Adon. And yo, give a round of applause just for Adon coming to drop some knowledge with us and for having this free challenge that everybody can take advantage of. Like, I know I can't hear y'all claps, but do this right here. Give me some emoji claps, or just say the word clap, clap, clap in the comments. Like, do this right here. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Y'all know the movie. We appreciate you for coming out, Adon, and we appreciate all of you guys for tuning in, right? And if you happen to be, watching this on a replay, let us know it was on a replay, #replay and all that good stuff. Other than that, Adon, what we're going to do at the end of each day? What we do, Adon? What we do?
Take this to the
all right, folks. And we